Every time I walk through this part of the forest, it feels like I'm stepping back in time with all these ferns. I think I've said it before, but it just feels very prehistoric, and you can probably imagine dinosaurs like roaming through here. Even taller here, completely surrounded by ferns. I'm only about 5'3" anyway, so I'm not too surprised. Right, which way? Let's go left. You probably saw me at the start and thought, why is she wearing a hoodie when it's the first week of June, along with a woolly hat? Well, most people already know, but when you're in the woods, there is a drop in temperature because of the shade provided by the trees. That means that I knew I was going to be coming into the woods. I decided to don my hoodie and my hat, just so I'm not too cold. And also, the sun hasn't been out as it is now. It was cloudy when I first got here, but it's still relatively cool in the shade, which I prefer. I'm not one for hot temperatures. So there are some birds around, as you could probably hear, hopefully hear. There's song thrush and robin, blackbird, chiff-chaff I can just hear, and there was a wren earlier as well. Okay, this is all fairly new to me with this new setup, and I've just realised that I recorded some video on slow motion, like something touched the screen and it made it go into slow motion, so it's all going to a good start. But there was a chiff-chaff and blue tit in the tree just behind this tree. There's a birch tree, but they were quite well hidden. There's a lot of foliage around, obviously with it now becoming summer, and they were quite far in the tree, so I couldn't really get a clear shot, but they were still nice to see. I just come across a feeding station here, and whatever this is, it looks like a stone. It's like a big leg bone of something. Someone scratched their name on it. But yeah, anyway, we'll carry on walking. There are still some blue tits around, but they don't want to stay, so we'll keep moving. I didn't really want the sun to be out. It did say there was meant to be mostly cloud. And there's a robin. There is a warbler up in the tree again. But again, it's quite far in the tree. But yeah, as I was saying, I didn't expect the sun to be out as much as it is now. It did say that there would be cloud, but that's okay. It's just nice to be outside. The wind is rushing through though, which is nice. but because I've got quite harsh light to deal with, I'm trying to find areas where it's shaded but not too dark. There are some shaded bits here, and I can hear blue tit. There's one up in this pine tree, but I don't know if it would want to come down a branch or two. See if I can get a quick picture before it flies off. Ah, that's quite nice of it. It's sat on some dead branches hanging down. I think it flew off. Oh no, there's another one. So there might be a family around, which makes sense. Means it's a lot of birds, or a lot of chicks will now be leaving a nest. So this area is actually quite ideal. It's partially in shade, so the sun isn't being too intense on it. And there is a family of blue tits around, so I think I'll hang around here for a little while, see if they want to investigate a bit more. So as you probably already noticed, I'm doing, or attempting to do, a different way of filming when I'm out with my camera, and that has involved me getting a few pieces of equipment to help with that. With the usual DSLR camera that I use for shooting B-roll, I have my other tripod to use for that. So carrying the larger tripod that my main camera goes on, as well as a smaller one with the DSLR, it's a bit of a handful, especially for just one person. I am the only person recording and editing all that I do. So for the time being, rather than investing in more expensive equipment, I'm testing out a few little bits and pieces to see if it can help with how I shoot and how I record. So these are the things that I've purchased. It is mainly for when I'm filming on my phone. The quality on it is really good anyway. So these are both from Amazon. These are not sponsored and I don't have an affiliate link. The brand name is Newer, if you wanted to search that on Amazon. So this is a clamp which has two holders, so one for phone and potentially one for a smaller camera. And it's really good that it can attach to, you know, branch or a tripod leg. As you probably saw earlier, I used it on my monopod as like a makeshift selfie stick, and it's actually pretty good. It's not too heavy. I could fit my phone on here, and it just provides a different perspective rather than trying to lug around another tripod to try and get that same sort of effect. And then I got another phone mount, but this is to go on the chest mount which I'm wearing, and again it's just a different point of view, and it's more realistic of what I see when I'm out walking with my camera. So yeah, these are two new bits of filming equipment that I've got, and the brand is Newer for both of these. I got really good reviews, and so far I'm really impressed with them. This also has like two ball mounts, so I can turn that and I can adjust the way I move it around, which is good. It's been quite useful so far. And yeah, hopefully you can see the difference in how I've been filming before and making it a bit more personal. And since having my break, I have been really considering how I want to go forward in filming, and how I want to portray what I see through to you, the viewer. And by having equipment where I'm a bit more hands-free, and I can film more about what I'm seeing, it's definitely easier so far, rather than having to get my DSLR out and as well as using my big long lens. It's making a little bit more sense to me. So yeah, just trialing things, and like I said, so far having it on, recording it on my phone, it's good enough quality. I'm still getting used to it being on the phone, the chest mount, because I can sometimes like hit the button and it will stop recording like midway through, which is a little bit annoying. but it's something I'm new to. I haven't done this before, so yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying it so far. It's just a unique perspective to show you, and hopefully you enjoy it too. So I'm going to go a little bit quiet now. I do hear birds around, but I want to sort of wait a little while and see if anything comes around. So yeah, I'll speak to you all in a bit. So the birds didn't want to show up, but the sun's gone in now, so I'm going to see if there's a more exposed area that I can go to. A little bird just flew in there. Oh, which way do I go? Well, they're dogs, so I'm gonna go this way. So my phone camera, or my phone storage, is nearly full. So I'm not able to do any more filming on that, but I feel like I've got enough to sort of show you my new thinking of recording while I'm out photographing wildlife. It has been fairly quiet since then, but as always it's just nice to be out in nature. Having the break certainly made me realise how much being outdoors and being in nature has a positive impact, and that's coming off the back of the mental impact video that I posted about a month ago. So yeah, with that I'll finish the video here. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed the new sort of POV style that I'm leaning more towards. I would just have to sort out the storage on my phone. I haven't really considered getting like a small action camera yet. I'm more focused on working with what I have and seeing if I can improve with what I have. So that's to go with the chest mount piece and the clamp, just attaching it to my tripod and things. So it's working what I got rather than splurging out getting lots of new equipment. And yeah, apart from the storage situation, I'm really happy with how I'm able to record different angles and make it a little bit more realistic in terms of what I see when I'm out walking, rather than very stylized shots with setting up a tripod and walking past and then walking back to pick up the camera. That does take up a lot of time, where otherwise I would be looking for birds, looking for things to photograph. So yeah, with that, thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you all again soon. Goodbye. If you're interested in purchasing any of these items, whether it be for yourself or as a gift to a nature lover, you can find them through the link below.